In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on November 20th, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Chicago Bulls versus Milwaukee Bucks. 2 Central Division rivals are set to clash on the hardwood as they battle for a victory in Milwaukee, commonly referred to as the Cream City. The Chicago Bulls will travel a short distance to face the Milwaukee Bucks on Wednesday night. The Bulls are riding high after securing a 122-112 road win over the Detroit Pistons on Monday night, a game in which they defied expectations as 4-point underdogs. Meanwhile, the Bucks barely escaped with a 101-100 home win against the Houston Rockets the same evening, failing to cover the 3.5-point spread. Historically, the Bulls have a narrow edge in the regular season series, leading 136-132, which includes a 133-122 road victory over Milwaukee in their first matchup this season on October 25th. Chicago remains without Lonzo Ball, and Patrick Williams is listed as questionable for this contest. On the other side, Milwaukee is still missing K.A. Tris Middleton and Ryan Rollins. Although the Bucks got off to a slow start this season, Giannis Antetokounmpo's health has been a bright spot, and the team is beginning to build momentum. A key contributor in their recent stretch of games has been Brook Lopez, who recorded his first double-double of the season against Houston, leading all scorers with 27 points. However, Milwaukee's struggles defending the three-point line, ranked 26th in the league, leave them vulnerable to Chicago's increased perimeter shooting. The Bulls are attempting 10 more three-pointers per game this season compared to last year, which could spell trouble for the Bucks, who have failed to cover the spread in 4 of their last 5 home games against Chicago. These teams previously faced off in Milwaukee during the opening week of the season, with Chicago emerging victorious. While the Bucks have been a strong team in recent years, this season has been more challenging without Middleton as a reliable third option alongside Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard. Milwaukee's inability to consistently put away lesser opponents has been evident in their record. Until Middleton returns, the team faces an uphill battle to generate sufficient support for their stars. On the other hand, Chicago has displayed grit and respectable depth, which could play a pivotal role in a closely contested game like this. Despite their imperfections, the Chicago Bulls to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Heading into Monday night, the Bulls had seen the total go over in 9 of their 15 games this season. Chicago ranks 23rd in the league in turnovers, averaging 16.1 per game, but they lead the league in tempo with 104.7 possessions per contest. Meanwhile, Milwaukee has played under the total in 9 of their 14 games to start the year. The Bucks commit an average of 13.7 turnovers per game, ranking 9th in the NBA, and their tempo is more moderate, standing 14th at 98.8 possessions per game. Damian Lillard returned to Milwaukee's lineup on Monday after missing 3 games due to a concussion. While he struggled with his shooting, making just 6 of 1/8 field goal attempts for 18 points, he delivered when it mattered most, sinking a game-winning layup in the final seconds. On the other side, Chicago has adopted a fast-paced style, pushing the tempo and hoisting three-pointers whenever possible. Despite their high-paced offense, the Bulls rank 24th in defensive rating, setting the stage for a high-scoring game. Notably, Chicago's last 13 road games have seen the total go over in 9 instances. In their first meeting of the season, the teams combined for 255 points. While this rematch may not reach that same lofty total, the fast pace set by the Bulls and their defensive vulnerabilities make the over an attractive choice. Expect an entertaining, offense-driven game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. New Orleans Pelicans versus Cleveland Cavaliers. The New Orleans Pelicans will square off against the Cleveland Cavaliers in an inter-conference showdown scheduled for Wednesday evening. The Pelicans are coming off yet another disappointing road loss, having fallen to the Dallas Mavericks in their most recent outing. Meanwhile, the Cavaliers experienced their first loss of the season on Tuesday night against the Boston Celtics. Earlier this month, Cleveland secured a decisive 131-122 victory over New Orleans. The big question heading into this this matchup is whether the Cavaliers can reestablish their dominant form. The Pelicans are grappling with significant injury troubles, missing key players like DeJounte Murray, C.J. McCollum, and Zion Williamson. On the other hand, the Cavaliers are not without their own injury concerns, as Karis LeVert and Isaac Okoro remain sidelined. However, Cleveland is expected to have their star player, Donovan Mitchell, back in action for this game. New Orleans has struggled mightily in the absence of Williamson and McCollum, dropping 9 of their last 10 games as injuries continue to take a toll on their performance. Conversely, Cleveland has been a powerhouse this season, boasting a remarkable 15-1 record and eager to bounce back from their first defeat. The Pelicans are finding it difficult to generate offense, which is exacerbated by their depleted roster. They have failed to score more than 105 points in each of their last 6 games, most recently putting up just 91 points on Tuesday. On the flip side, Cleveland is excelling in three-point shooting, leading the league with a stellar 41.5% efficiency from beyond the arc. This spells trouble for the Pelicans, who rank 29th in the league in defending the three-point shot. Cleveland's sharp shooting could easily exploit New Orleans' faltering defense. While the Cavaliers may face a potential letdown after a grueling loss to the Celtics, they are still positioned to dominate this matchup. New Orleans is equally fatigued, playing on the second night of a back-to-back while dealing with an injury-riddled roster. The Pelicans' recent performance, including a lopsided 91-132 loss to the Mavericks, underscores their struggles. The combination of injuries and fatigue makes it difficult to envision the Pelicans putting up much of a fight. In contrast, the Cavaliers, despite their first stumble of the season, appear poised to embark on another winning streak, starting with a favorable matchup against New Orleans. Given the Pelicans' dire injury situation and poor form, the Cleveland Cavaliers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In terms of the total points, betting on the under seems like a prudent option. Both teams are playing their second game in as many nights, which is likely to slow the pace. Additionally, key players missing from both lineups will contribute to reduced scoring. The Cavaliers rank 8th in the league in pace at 102.8 but are 6th in defensive efficiency, while the Pelicans play at a much slower pace of 99.3, ranking 26th. This slower tempo, combined with the back-to-back fatigue, favors the under. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Philadelphia 76ers versus Memphis Grizzlies. The Memphis Grizzlies will face off against the Philadelphia 76ers on Wednesday night at the FedEx Forum. The 76ers have had a challenging start to their season, entering this matchup with a disappointing 2-11 record, which places them near the bottom of the Eastern Conference standings in 14th position. On the other hand, the Grizzlies, with an 8-7 record, currently sit in 7th place in the Western Conference standings. Both teams are looking to rebound from recent losses, and with the series tied at 3-3 over the last 6 meetings, this midweek clash has the potential to be a compelling contest despite their contrasting performances this season. Injury concerns loom over both teams heading into this game. The 76ers will be without Kyle Lowry, while Tyrese Maxey is listed as questionable, adding uncertainty to their lineup. The Grizzlies, meanwhile, remain without key players such as Ja Morant, Zach Edey, and Marcus Smart. Despite the injury setbacks, Memphis is well positioned to secure the win and cover the spread in this matchup. The 76ers are statistically strong on both ends of the floor, but the Grizzlies excel in field goal efficiency on offense and defense, showcasing their depth and resilience. Philadelphia continues to lean heavily on an injured Joel Embiid, who has struggled to dominate in his usual fashion. Even if Maxey plays, his potential limitations could leave the 76ers searching for consistent scoring options. Memphis has proven reliable against the spread, covering in 8 of their last 10 games, including a win over Philadelphia earlier this month. The 76ers have been one of the league's most underwhelming teams this season, failing to gain momentum despite having their top players available in most games. Meanwhile, the Grizzlies, though also dealing with injuries, have been the more dependable team overall, even when playing on the second night of a back-to-back set. So the Memphis Grizzlies to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Philadelphia's offense will likely be hampered without Lowry, and even if Maxey and Embiid are available, they are expected to be less effective, particularly against Memphis' disciplined defense. While the Grizzlies are also shorthanded, they possess the depth necessary to generate enough offense to secure a win, even if scoring heavily might prove challenging. The 76ers have consistently seen lower scoring games, with the under hitting in their last 2 contests. and in 7 of their previous 10 games. Philadelphia's preference for slowing down the pace, coupled with Memphis' efficient defense, suggests a low-scoring affair. When the total has been set at 219 points or lower, the under has hit in 6 of 7 games involving Memphis this season. While the Grizzlies' defense has been effective in limiting opponents, both teams' inconsistency in shooting will likely contribute to a lack of scoring. Additionally, Philadelphia ranks as the 4th slowest team in the league in terms of pace, further indicating a grinded-out type of game. This matchup has all the makings of one of the lowest-scoring games on Wednesday night, with injuries shaping the narrative. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.